Thank you so much for joining me today for this class based around core stability. So core stability is an essential component for everyday living. So whether it's taking care of your back or stabilizing everyday movement, we're going to go ahead and get started reclined. So coming down, you're right, coming down onto the back any way that's comfortable. And just relaxing down at the very beginning. We're going to take the soles of the feet to the floor, breathing in deeply, and with an exhale we're going to draw the knees into the chest. Inhaling, extending the legs long, and as we exhale we're going to slowly lower the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, taking the soles of the feet back to the floor, drawing in a deep inhale here, exhaling, tucking the knees back into the chest, inhaling, extending the legs long, and once again with the exhale we're going to lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, taking 3 more rounds, soles of the feet to the floor, drawing that deep inhale in through the nose, exhaling, tucking the knees into the chest, breathing in deeply, extending the legs long, and as we exhale we're going to lower 4, 3, 2, 1, soles of the feet to the floor, drawing that deep inhale into the bottom of the belly, exhaling, knees into the chest, inhaling, taking the feet high, and then as we exhale we're going to lower slowly, 3, 2, 1, soles of the feet to the floor, inhaling, one last round, exhaling, knees coming into the chest, inhaling, feet coming up high, and then exhaling and lowering, 4, 3, 2, 1, taking the knees back into the chest, maybe having a little rock from side to side, allowing everything to soften. And from here we're going to take the hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers, and the shins come parallel to the floor. Breathing in deeply, we're going to lift the head and the shoulders off of the mat, drawing the elbows in, squeezing the abs and extending the left leg long, breathing in deeply. With an exhale, the left elbow and the right knee come together. Inhaling, extending, coming back through the center. Exhaling, right elbow, left knee. Inhaling, drawing back upwards, reaching through the toes. Exhaling, right knee, left elbow. Breathing in, squeezing, lifting. Exhaling, right knee to left elbow. Breathing in deeply, lifting, reaching through the toes, squeezing, taking everything up as high as it'll go. And then with the exhale, taking the back down to the floor, drawing the knees into the chest, allowing everything to soften, maybe taking little circles with the knees. And we've got the option to stay down, or we're going to go one more time, taking the hands behind the head and taking the shins parallel to the floor with an inhale. Taking a deep breath here, we're going to lift the shoulders off the floor, drawing the elbows together, and this time we're going to extend the right leg long. Inhaling, lifting, and with the exhale, the right elbow and the left knee come together. Inhaling back through the center, exhaling, right knee, left elbow. Breathing in, lifting through the center, exhaling, right elbow, left knee. Breathing in, reaching upwards, exhaling, left elbow, right knee. Breathing in, extending the feet long and lifting the shoulders, squeezing the abs, lifting, and then exhaling, drawing the knees into the chest, rolling the back down towards the floor. Taking a deep inhale here. And with the next exhale, we're going to lift the feet high, taking the hands to the backs, to the hamstrings, rocking and rolling along the length of the back, building momentum, and eventually coming up into a seated position, taking the hands down to the floor, stepping back to our tabletop. And taking the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips here, we're going to take a deep inhale. And we're going to tuck the toes, lifting the knees just a little bit off of the floor, maybe just an inch. With the next inhale, pressing down through the hands, and we're going to exhale, taking the left knee to the left wrist. Inhaling, taking the foot back. Exhaling, right knee to right wrist. Inhaling, taking the foot back. Exhaling, left knee to left wrist. Taking the foot back, and then exhaling the right knee to the right wrist, replacing the foot behind us, breathing in, pressing down through the hands, squeezing the abs to keep everything high, and then the left knee comes over to the right wrist, right knee coming over to left wrist, breathing in, taking the feet back, going one more time, left knee to right wrist, inhaling back, and then right knee to left wrist, inhaling, taking everything back, squeezing the abs to keep everything solid, lifting, pressing down through the hands, and then exhaling, sinking the hips back, taking the hands forward and resting the forehead down into our child's pose. Taking a deep inhale here, allowing everything to recalibrate, breathing deeply into the belly, exhaling fully. From here, we're going to lift back up to our tabletop, tucking the toes behind us, breathing deeply in through the belly, and then exhaling, lifting the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog, taking a pedal of the legs if that feels good to you, breathing deeply into the belly, lifting one heel and then the other, bending the knees, allowing the hips to rise and fall, and then with a big inhale we're coming all the way up onto the tiptoes, lifting upwards, rolling forwards through the back until the shoulders come over the wrists, and we're in our plank. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale, pressing down through the hands, and with the exhale, we're going to bend the knees, taking the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming up onto the toes, rolling through the back until the shoulders come over the wrists. Exhaling, we're going to bend the knees, sending the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog. One more time, inhaling all the way up onto the tiptoes, rolling through the back till the shoulders come over the wrists, and then exhaling, taking the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog. Taking that pedal of the legs once more if it feels good, breathing deeply into the belly. And then with an exhale, we're going to land the knees down, taking the hips back and the chest up, sinking back into our child's pose, taking the feet in front when we're ready, and maybe taking a little moment here to allow everything to recalibrate, or taking the hands behind for an Navasana, maybe coming up onto the tiptoes, or maybe one foot lifts and then the other, maybe the hands stay behind, or maybe taking the hands out in front, squeezing the abs, and maybe lifting the feet, extending the legs long. But with a big inhale, we're going to slowly start to lower, and then with an exhale, we're coming all the way back up into our boat. Inhaling and lowering, exhaling back up to center. Taking 3 more rounds, inhaling and lowering, exhaling back up to center. Inhaling, lowering down, exhaling explosively back up to center. One last time with a big inhale, lowering down, exhaling, coming back up. And the last little challenge is to take the peace fingers around the big toes, and with an inhale we're going to extend the legs long, drawing the shoulder blades together, drawing back on the toes, tucking the chin if that feels good, but reaching up through the heels, breathing deeply into the belly, squeezing the abs, squeezing the hip flexors to keep everything stable. One more deep inhale here, and then with the exhale we're going to bend the knees, taking the feet down to the floor, maybe taking a little shuffle forwards because we're coming down onto the back, taking the hands either side of the hips and drawing the feet in towards the glutes. As we inhale, we're going to squeeze the glutes, lifting the hips high, pressing upwards, staying up for the exhale. You should just about be able to see the tummy rising and falling. Breathing in deeply, squeezing the inner thighs together. And then with the next exhale, we're going to slowly lower the hips back down towards the floor. Breathing in deeply, exhaling fully, taking a few rounds of hip lifts and lowers here. Pressing the feet firmly down into the floor, drawing a deep inhale all the way into the bottom of the belly, rolling the hips back. And then with an inhale, we're going to press the hips forwards, pressing upwards, breathing in, exhaling, lowering everything back down towards the mat again. Taking a deep inhale as we lift, squeezing the glutes, pressing everything forwards and up, and then exhaling, allowing everything to soften down towards the mat. Inhaling, lifting 2 more times, lifting upwards, exhaling, allowing everything to come down. And for the last time, on an inhale, lifting upwards and maybe staying up. Breathing in deeply, pressing everything forwards, lifting through the chest, coming all the way up onto the shoulders, and then exhaling down to the mat, maybe drawing the knees into the chest, allowing the tummy muscles to soften and release, maybe taking little circles with the knees, relaxing the shoulders down, and maybe taking a little moment to set your intentions for the day, or maybe the workout that you've got ahead, or the day at work you've got ahead. But I hope whatever you're doing, you have a really wonderful day, maybe taking a little bit of time to rest, and I hope to see you again soon.